How's everyone going? Welcome back to another Cummins 998, well, MTMR Model Railway video. Supposedly, we might be on the temporary name at the moment as well. In any case, you already know from the title, we are going to do a quick bit of a layout update sort of video again. We haven't had one in almost 2 years now, so 2 years? Something like that. So we'll also go through why. So we'll be continuing from the previous update, which will be linked in the description below. That which is on the main channel, not on this one. So there we go. First things first, as per most updates, we're just going to clean up the layout so that it's not so messy. So we'll pop it on. It will go from this to this. Okay, so for obvious reasons, since last time, you can tell there's a lot of changes. It's not like it's uncommon from the videos already on this channel. We already know that this table is here, but it's not a from the as I say, it's continuing on from the last update. So at the moment, this table is holding the N-gauge stuff, but for now, it's actually made so that we can do like train set reviews and stuff like that, and unboxings and stuff like that. Since we need the actual room, we can't just set it on top of what's already on the layout. So yeah, so as I say, at the moment it's got the N-gauge stuff. Eventually, it will become the semi-permanent home of the N-gauge stuff. Like this is all going to be turfed up and stuff for it, and basically building a separate layout, a more temporary, like a more movable layout, because just also at a smaller scale means I can play around with the skills a bit more. We've got the Series 0 currently sitting in the back. The opening video has finally been completed, even though the model arrived quite a few months ago. It's been having a few slight problems, which will be covered in the unboxing. I'll just quickly jump underneath. Yeah, so it's literally just sitting on top of the layout. We've just got so since last time, if you recall, we were talking about, I think, something about the single. I can't actually remember what's happened because it's been so long. But we've got both loops here. The second loop is not in operation again for the moment. I haven't been able to get it properly set up because the panel down here actually it died. So I had to do some rewiring and haven't yet rewired that second loop. Eventually we'll get to doing that. Engines are now all parked up in there, so mostly, not all of them. It's basically anything which is running at the moment, basically my Australian stuff. Yeah, and you can also see one of the another random unbox video, which that's actually the next main video to come up on the main channel in terms of reviews. So there we go. Otherwise from that, most of this is left pretty much the same. We've got 3 cars of velocity, despite the fact that 2 of them, they're actually the same livery. Reason being for that is they're actually here. They were here for maintenance. Maintenance has been completed. They are, and they're also in for a review, like a proper review. They will be one of the first reviews of the channel. That comes on this channel. They won't be the first one to come on, and then they'll be returned back to their owner in, well, whenever that's done, and it's planned to be done by the end of the week. So yeah, there we go. In terms of future, I think we'll probably run a few trains on the N-gauge layout. Then we'll pull up the N-gauge layout, pull off the tables, and we'll have a look at the at the status of the bottom layout, because we can't really see that much at the moment. So this is obviously not the base track. This is the standard set that came with the train set, so the N700 A set and track set V1, plus some extra straights just to make it a little bit longer and more like, so it's not flat, not like an oval. So yeah, let's run. I guess we'll run the ones that are only on the track. because that's usually what happens with these videos now. We also have a bit of running. We'll do a bit of N-gauge running, and then we'll have a chat about the main layout, and then we'll do the bit of HO running. Let's get them moving. I have to admit, I do also quite like the Kado's controllers and their what's it called, point setup. It's pretty cool. Except I need to now find a way to sync the cables through. Obviously on the proper layout, that's the thing you do, not really on a temporary one, which is more based for making reviews and stuff. But yeah. And obviously we've got the station building in the center. All that, the V1 set, the station building, and some other stuff will be covered in another video once I finally get the time to do and money to acquire the extra pack. So coming soon. Right, so admittedly I'm running the trains at slightly odd lengths at the moment anyways. The car is set at its base set length, so 6 carriages, whereas the what did I just call it? The 100 is currently sitting in its base set length, whereas the 00 is currently sitting at 6 carriages. Its standard set has 8, but yeah, it doesn't really fit in the platform loops if I have it any longer. So that's the reason why we're running at such odd lengths at the moment. I'm not 100%. I think they may have operated at 6 at some point, but I'm not 100% sure. And all the numbers are all off anyways. You got car 1 over here and then car 16 up the end, and then it's like just miscellaneous carriages in the middle. But yeah, no, we also have we do have all 16 carriages, so that will be coming up in its actually in one of the next unboxing extras videos whenever I get enough content for that one. So yeah. Anyways, let's pull up the N-gauge layout, and then yeah, we'll go and have a chat about the stuff for the HO. Okay, here we go. So the table is now off, so now we can actually see the layout itself. So what's changed with the now that we can actually see stuff? As I say, so that's how the engines are now all stored for now. Eventually we'll have more sidings. So there'll be another point that comes out, heading out parallel to them, so there'll be 3 tracks. That one will have a 4th one come out the other side. Only issue is, of course, is that will mean those sidings are made for the smaller engines, because these are actually pretty tight points, and with S bending out of them, it actually will cause a few problems for the larger engines. But we have quite a few smaller engines now. We also have a few of the British ones that we have one British engine out, and those can pretty much get them out anything. So those should be fine. There should be enough room for them anyways, and then all the larger tracks are just for the larger engines. So that will be all good. We've now got our double junctions here, so we can actually now go in both directions instead of just a single way. That's all, and that was all wired up before I buggered the electronics behind the control panel. The panel is also now a lot better put on, so it's it won't just fall over anymore when you just stand when you mistakenly push on it. But yeah, anyway, anything else? I think pretty much everything else is pretty much the same as it was previously, with the exception of the fact that even more rolling stocks are being stored out here. We're slowly running even more, running out of room, both for things that are coming for maintenance and things like my own stock. Got 2 E-cars sitting there for some reason, and then the line and the rest of them are all steering set sitting up there. You got the your two S's and the Z parked in there. So yeah, it's all a bit more of a problem. I plan to get a few more of those. They are pretty good. They're rail models, something hoppers, can't remember what they are, but whatever. They're the Victorian ones that you use on the quarry trains, and modified ones were also used on the baguettes and the ballast trains. So yeah, I'll probably get a few more of those to make somewhat of a rake of them. Even though they technically didn't run out to Warragul either, I would like the ballast ones though. Only issues I found with the wagons, for A, you can see an issue already. The coupler heights are a bit and the bogies are actually held on by screws, not bolts. By self-tapping screws, which is a bit worrying. I want to see how those go eventually, because they're not the best for this sort of stuff, but operational wise, they've been pretty decent. The 2 J's parked there as well. So yeah, I think we've also got a Pendolino currently parked on the back. We might give that a run, and then we'll go along and run some of the Victorian stuff. I think it was requested in the previous video that the P gets a run. So the P is back finally. Has no working lights at the moment though, so operational wise is here, but not so it won't be leading for now. So we'll have a double head or something, and yeah. So let's just do some running shots from here on out, because that's pretty much all with the layout. I think that's pretty much all that's going to be happening with the layout as well, except we're making this yard a bit bigger, because most of the works will now be on the top layout. In any case, let's go and get some stuff running. Alright, I hope you guys have enjoyed that little bit of a running session on the MTMR railway. Final train obviously was Ixon's model J549 with T333 up the other end on the steam rail eco set. So yeah, this video was actually supposed to come out a little bit later, like we were supposed to get it filmed for like July or something, when there was another empty space in the schedule, but the video that was supposed to come out this month has been delayed for obviously because this video came out. At the moment, we're still aiming to do about a video per every 5-ish weeks. That's at least what I try to do with this channel for now until we get into a proper launch. But yeah, so next video should be a review video, not an unboxing, a review. The recording of it has been delayed a little bit, also because we had to get some things checked and just make sure there's sort of fact checks sort of stuff. But yeah, so those that should be on its way once it's ready. Should be on its way, and yeah, so there won't be another update for a little while. I don't think there's really much of a point. These update videos realistically are kind of filler videos, as well as that it's when there's actual changes that have occurred, and there really hasn't been much. There really won't be much happening in probably for the next 6 months, probably even a year, in terms of changes to the layout, especially this layout down here. But yeah, we may have a few more running session sort of stuff after the second loop is obviously put back in operation, because that's a video that's not real. That's the type of video which I want to have a play around with, and it was definitely not something that was on the main channel. Well, we used to have stuff like that, but wasn't a main part. It's no longer a main part on the main channel, so we may bring it to this one. So yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed catching up for this little layout update video. There will be more videos before our proper launch. Not 100% sure when our proper launch will be for the channel will be anymore. It was supposed to be slated for September, but that possibly has been delayed. We'll see how that goes. In any case, till next time, I'll catch you all on the railway.